long one and a more of a sort of salmon-y one. Look, that's more salmon-y one.
Yeah, very good eating, I can tell you.
Trout.
Yeah. Got a little sushi tonight.
This great snow pyramid is why they call this land the country of the gods. Mount Kailash, the sacred mountain at the center of the world. And this is why Charles refused to catch the fish. But for someone so pious, I'm bemused he has no trouble eating them.
Has to be the highest fish you've ever caught. In the sense of...
It's definitely fun fishing.
How is this being cooked?
It's...
Well, which was the one that was hit by the lorry as opposed
I think it's been cooked, actually.
What do you think, bit bony?
I personally can't say it's the greatest fish I've ever tasted. I mean, not only to do with the cooking, I'm just thinking about the quality of the fish. In fact, it's disgusting.
In the shadow of Mount Kailash glitters Holy Mansarovar, the turquoise lake. Hindus believe that to bathe in these waters is to be cleansed of the sins of 100 lifetimes. With no disrespect, I wouldn't risk my big toe in its freezing waters, not even to be cleansed of the sins of 1,000,000 lifetimes.
These two bathers are followers of the great Hindu god Lord Shiva, who is the lord of yogis. Strictly speaking, they should fully immerse themselves 3 times at dawn. But at these temperatures, the gesture is quite enough. Once cleansed, they'll go on to make their own pilgrimage round Mount Kailash, the home of Lord Shiva.
We offer the yogis a lift to Mount Kailash. And in return, all of us get their blessing. We're now on our way to Mount Kailash. Before continuing on our search, we must stop and make our own pilgrimage around the holy mountain, on foot. Only the pure in heart can find Shangri-La. I haven't exactly done too well so far, but now I have a chance to redeem myself. It's said one circuit of the holy mountain wipes out the sins of 1 lifetime, and that's good enough for me. But this is the hardest of all pilgrimages, a 30-mile trek climbing at one stage to an altitude of nearly 19,000 feet. Unfortunately, I'm paying a price for being so high.
Good, as you can see, I'm a bit like a sort of blowfish. You can see
a bit rough, to be honest. You're definitely retaining some sort of fluid there.
Yeah, but look,
so why are you
I'm pissing enough.
The fish looks good, may I say. It's straw-coloured.
I'm blown up. Is it not serious? It's not serious, is it?
It's not serious. This is because retention of fluid as well as salt.
Okay.
So you need to control yourself in taking salt.
So in fact, Vinod, that I've got a mild
Whatever.
form of...
It feels like there's a little man sitting on my shoulder, whacking my head with a sledgehammer.
Well, that's good anyway. Okay. Thanks a lot.
To get our baggage and film equipment around Mount Kailash, we need yak, but there's a problem. Thousands died from starvation last year when the snow lay so thick they were unable to graze. Yak are at a premium this year.
Ask the yak herders, there may be, I'm not riding that bugger, there must be one which has got a good temperament. I mean, there's 17 of them. The yak with the best temperament. Because it's very important to strike up a relationship early, because I can guarantee I'll be so knackered that I have to get on it. So could you find that out for me?
The people here still cling to their nomadic traditions despite all their hardships. They depend absolutely on their yak and sheep for their livelihood. The yak's a tough animal, but round the back of the mountain at about 18,000 feet, there's still a lot of snow. The yak herders say it's too deep to get through. Is this just one more obstacle in our way, or could it be a bargaining ploy? There's only one thing more bloody-minded than a yak, and that's a yak herder. They're saying there's too much baggage and the yaks will be overloaded. More money's needed. Poor bloody yak.
One mattress is too heavy.
It's pathetic.
The argument's over. The yaks are loaded and we can begin our 3-day pilgrimage around the mountain. The first day takes us under the east face of Mount Kailash, a mountain so sacred that the Tibetans have sworn to kill anybody who dares set foot on its holy summit. It's like walking through a wind tunnel. Charles and I are now wearing every bit of clothing we possess, but it makes no difference. I'm struggling to keep upright, just concentrating on putting one foot in front of the other. My head's being squeezed in a vice, my face flayed by flying grit. According to Charles, this is the spot where 2 Germans died in a blizzard only a few months ago. Just what I wanted to hear.
Mark, how are you? You much better?
Am I?
Yeah.
The less I speak, the better I am.